Happy New Year, Capricorn. Oh my God, I can't believe it. 2025. It breaks down to a 9. So even though some of us, many of us know that the 9 symbolizes, right, the end, the final chapter, if you will, it also symbolizes light workers and those who shed their light, things being illuminated. So much will be not surprising, or some will be surprising, of light that will be illuminated, and some exposure, more exposure of, things that are no longer able to fit in our world any longer. So things are going to be very different, as they have been for a long time, actually. Okay. Right? Nothing's really ever has been or will be normal or the same since 9/11, right? So these things and the things that have happened and are upcoming to happen is all about releasing that which Mother Earth can no longer hold on to, nor should she. Right? Okay. Past life oracle. I am doing this read just a smidge different. I'll show you how in a minute. That's the karmic thread. Let's see what you're working on. Native American, the indigenous ones, right? Those who believe in ceremony, not magic. It's different. It's totally different. Magic is part of the universal, the Holy Spirit is the magic, when the magic happens. And when we get to that, that's the magic that is pure, of pure essence, right? The ceremony, however, is also comes from Mother Earth, that is pure. It's not about, doing rituals that are not from the earth, from the Holy Spirit. Okay, some of you love to go camping, bonfires, being out in Mother Earth. Some of you just learned how to pitch a tent, or you've never thought about it until now. It's kind of cool. Green is going to be a very healing, which is a very healing color. That's Archangel Raphael for healing. Some of you are definitely dealing with healing properties, right? Obviously, we all are, but this explains that some of us are healing from the inside out, which is very beautiful. And you're working on yourselves, right? That wouldn't come out if you were not knowing that you come from an indigenous, the indigenous ones, which I love. Okay, let's go. The change that I'm going to do, which is, it's a smidge change at the end of the year read. I've decided that we'll put 3 cards here and 3 cards here, 2024, 2025, and see what the trajectory is in terms of releasing a lot of things, or what we're still carrying with us into 2025. Hopefully, it'll show up as more of a release, but don't forget, 2025 is a 9. So it's a continuous cycle of releasing, learning, surrendering, forgiving, and releasing. Okay. 3 cards for this read is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. I love that. 6 of Cups. Temperance. And wow, look at Mother Earth just came out. Wow, this is huge. That's really huge. So, I love that. Some of you are mothers, and very much you pray certain prayers for your kids, which is beautiful. All right, let's keep going. And or a soulmate that you're thinking of or involved with. Let's see what's going on here. Some of you waiting or going on a trip. Wow, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yes. Okay, this is really good. All right, Capricorn. So some of you have been dealing with potentially a love situation, a soul connection with a soulmate that has given you the patience, fortitude, and great compassion. You've learned a lot over the course of this year about someone, either you and or someone else, which is Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag. So if you're a mom and this is about your kids, then you have been really patient, watching them grow, giving them the guidance that is needed to grow as a mother, step-parent, whatever that is, even grandchildren, whatever. You have taken the role and done a really good job, Capricorn, with your kids and or a soulmate or a connection in love, that you have really come out showing. Maybe there were certain things, Capricorn, over the course of this year that tested your patience this year, that tested your strength of resolve, and it could be about kids for sure. Some of you could want or be thinking about getting married, about having children. Maybe you have two and you want to get pregnant again. This is a fertile time, if that is the case, to get pregnant. If you don't, then, take heed. I feel some of you are really like, you exemplify a very inner strength that others need from you. Others look to you for this strength and patience and compassion. Like when all things are going like crazy, they come to you because you have that quiet strength that helps others to see themselves much clearer and emotionally, and to be able to emotionally connect with those people. Whatever you do, you may be a teacher. Some of you are teachers. Some of you are working together with your spouse, with your live-in, to help with the kids and to give them the tools that are needed. If you're, walking into 2025, you may be thinking about, now that things have settled in, your relationship is really good. You're very connected to Mother Earth, so you're very connected to the mother, the feminine, and the compassion that enlists, and the patience and the drive. So I feel that some of you are also thinking about the future of changing maybe the trajectory of what you do for a living. If you are a teacher, or you're thinking about going in to get your teaching credentials, some of you could be going back to school to get your credentials for maybe yourself and or for maybe getting more money. changing your job. Some of you definitely thinking, I think this is the year for me to really, now that I've grown, and maybe do some more traveling. Some of you are traveling with a child and or a spouse or, whoever your person is. You may be traveling. Some of you have retired and said, now it's time to travel. Reaping the karmic rewards. If you are going back to school, it is going to be, it may involve, I'm hearing gardening, growing your own raw vegetables, your herbs, your spices. Maybe you're already starting to do it, or you're going back to school for it. Maybe that's what you're going to school for. Some of you are really going a distance in 2025, like even to the point of, Bali or, Indonesia, which is Bali, India, somewhere far, Nepal. It's time to travel the world for some of you. And or you're going on family vacations more. You have the means to do it, right? Which is great. If you're a single mom, same thing. Doesn't matter. Your family's going to be, giving everything to your kids and or as a mother and or to your spouse and or just a really solid family foundation. Building, growing. Wow, it's really good. Capricorn, this is really awesome. Okay, let's look. Yeah, look. The same card came out. Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, you were like, you know what? I'm done with work. I want to travel. And that's what I'm going to do. Or I'm going to start my own business. Some of you could be investing in the stock market, in crypto, whatever, building a portfolio. But some of you did retire and you're like, now it's time to really soar. Like, this is the feminine. Some of you very connected to the moon. I have to really quickly get up and turn the light on so that it doesn't get too dark. Hang in there with me. Hold on. Thank you. Although 4:32. Well, there you go. 4:32. 4 and 3 is 7 and 2 is 9. Ooh, look at that. That came in for Capricorn. 9 could be a significant number. Birthday, maybe you have a child that's 9 or a grandchild. Okay, let's go. Wow. So some of you you're actually delving into more like, that I'm going to use it as a 2024 saying of people who are saying they're woke, I feel that some of you are like, yeah, let's get on with that and really be more in tune with what does spirit, maybe some of you are asking for help when it comes to, or guidance, right, from spirit when it comes to, a spiritual path, maybe inquiring about a spiritual path. What should I do as if you're changing jobs or you're retiring and you want to be of service to others. So you may be going back to school for something spiritual, metaphysical, whatever. But I do feel it is something of that nature. And helping kids. Okay, so some of you, philanthropy work, helping kids, being a teacher, and or setting the example of mother, father. Some of you are single parents. So you are playing the role of both. Or you have been. Yeah. And you're going, this could be a slow process, or going back to school is like, you're trying to make the decision because school takes a lot of your time and effort. So if you do have kids, or if you are with someone, or even you're not, you're still, you still need to utilize your time. So that could be an issue. Now, if you were in a marriage and that has ended, then you may be going to school, back to school, to get a better paying job, which you will get. That's at a distance. That's if you are, okay? Yeah, some of you are definitely starting over, getting a new job. You're asking around, maybe you're asking around about, let's just say you're a teacher in one area right now, and you get divorced, and you're like, okay, so you're looking in 2025 for teaching jobs that you're in locations that may pay better, and or wanting to have the best school system. If you have kids, if you are going to relocate, it's important that you relocate where the kids are going to get the best education. So you may be asking, the staff at the school, elementary school or something, give me some good places that the school systems are really, high points. Let me look at the Six of Cups real quick for Capricorn, please. Yeah, someone left a marriage, a relationship, a live-in. And you could be, you're the mom and the father's gone. Father left. Father walked out, I just heard the father walked out and left you holding the responsibilities. And I feel that if that is the case, Capricorn, some of you had a lot to deal with and kind of was worried. I feel some of you were worried that maybe you couldn't do it all, but you have successfully, you can, and when push comes to shove, we can handle it. Yeah, some of you did get divorced. Or the father walked out. And then maybe that's why you need to go back to school, and or maybe get a new job. Yeah, wow, look at that. Okay, so you're closing up, Capricorn, whoever this is for, you're closing up a relationship. Okay, so now Spirit's saying this could be that you're not married or living or whatever. You're in a home, in your house, right? You live with your parents, but your dad is left or is leaving, and you're having kind of a hard time understanding maybe why, but to no avail. I feel that kind of there's no love loss here. Wow. You freed yourself. Some of you freed yourselves from the chains that bind you in a toxic relationship. Wow. Yeah, and you're starting new, completely new. And it's like, I heard don't let the door hit you in the ass, you know? All right, let's go into 2025 because now, or someone, okay, Capricorn, you have to, it's either you left or if you're, if it's vice versa, then they left. But you are the mother here, maybe with children or child. Okay, these came out together, so let's look. Look. So some of you were left out in the cold financially, or that you already know what the court system, you know, you've been already privy to the money that you're going to make or the money that you're going to have to give. So you may go from 10 to 5 because as if you are a father figure or even a mom, I mean, whatever, you know that half of what they give you, you know, you're going to have to save some of it too. So this could be going back to school and or going back to or going in on interviews to get a new job because you need to supplement your income. And this could be also needing a new job so that you can pay for your kids' education, right? The college, whatever. You might have a male and female, which now, look. So this could have been a long-term relationship because the kids are young here, and then the kids they're showing me this, right? So the father, something happened, he left, he's out of the picture. I feel he just, in 2024, you told someone, see ya. I'm not in love with you anymore. This is a toxic relationship. You got to go. And so now you're taking care of the kids. And even though you're getting half or what have you, you still want to supplement your income so that you're not losing anything. You're on, you have a certain lifestyle that you want to maintain, and it's for your kids. So that's why. Some of you, your kids are grown, and maybe you tell your kids, okay, so now it's time for you guys to go get a job or go back to school. Or I gave you, some of you are saying we're using that money, that money that we're getting, we're using for your education. And if some of you have kids that don't want to go to college, or it doesn't matter. What matters is maybe someone says, you're saying to your kids, listen, it's time perhaps for you guys to get a job and to start. So a father figure left. This is an emperor, so it could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be. But this person is not happy that they have to give you money. They're not happy. Also, let's look at real quick. I'm really curious actually, Capricorn, why the Ace of Cups and the Devil's reverse. This is like, who's toxic here? Is it you or is it this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? So I feel that someone just like, yeah, it's a father figure who was never home. Father figure who's a workaholic. That's what I see here. There's a workaholic here, and that's the toxic. Like never home. And now, maybe if you have a masculine, one boy and one girl, they totally get it, They totally get that dad's never home because he's always working. And you could have 3 kids. Saggy had this. So Capricorn, you may want to just check it out if this resonates. But Saggy had this in their read of a separation, divorce, and really needing to focus on the kids. So you could be dealing with a Sag, even though, you know, it doesn't matter. I have to say it because this card came out, and the purpose of Saggy's read was to really worry, that's what I said, worry about the kids and the future of their kid, of the Saggy's kids. Here it's all about money, Capricorn, and education, and or a new job. Maybe, you know, instilling that one thing that the dad did was to go get a job. If you're not going to go get an education, you know what I mean? Yeah. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be. Yeah, this person's not coming back. Just saying. Capricorn, this person is not coming back. And it could have been, there was someone else involved. If this isn't kids, it could have been a third party. They could have been, you know, messing around with someone at a distance at work. Wow. And you're dealing with perhaps a Leo, Aries, Sag. Seriously, I would watch the read. A Leo, Aries, Sag, for sure. And they're not happy that they lost you. It could be a kid. Okay, if I'm just going to say it, I am going to say it, that if someone has crossed over, it already happened. So Capricorn, if you lost a husband or a wife, and now you're the sole provider, and you have to go through a lot of red tape to get, you know, whatever means of government assistance, okay? That is here. Let's look at why Leo, Aries, Sag is reversed. Also, yeah, look at, I'm telling you, watch the reading for Sag. It was all about a child. But here God, I feel like, I don't see the death card. Let me look at is this a death? No, it could be someone's missing someone. Missing your kids, some of you missing an opportunity. You're not talking to them. You have no reason, you're telling me, that you want to talk to this person. Yeah, they're out. Okay, this is a divorce. Someone wasn't around, could have had a third person could have been messing around, got caught. So in 2025, it's all about, again, look at having a lover. Someone was married and had a lover. And guess what? I'm going to say it. They lost both. Yep. So those business trips, they were messing around and you found out, or vice versa. Seriously. And kids are involved, and yeah. You may be still really having a hard time dealing with this, yeah. But they did it to themselves. You know what I mean? They hung themselves out to dry. They screwed up. And I don't think they're coming back to apologize. They're not. Look at this. They're not coming back to apologize in 2025. So Capricorn, if you're waiting for an ex to come back to apologize for their actions, a father figure or what have you, it's not going to happen. And for some of you, you're not waiting. For some of you, you're taking action because you do have kids involved, or you are the kid that's involved. And in 2025, you really have to work on getting your finances in order, maybe starting a new business, starting a new job, getting maybe you want to go back to get your associates, your bachelor's and or master's. And staying home to do that, and being able to stay home to do that. For some of you, for sure. Yeah. You need to gather more information. Some of you are looking into, like I said, looking into your rights or government. How does the government, if you've been married 10 years, how much do you get? I'm also hearing Social Security, someone's Social Security. Yeah, I really do feel someone tried to really, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, there it is. They lied, they cheated, and you could be witnessing this, but I also feel I do feel for many of you, it's you. They had a lover on the side, and spirit definitely came in and handled it. Someone really did. That tower just hit. Sorry, that's my doggy. The tower hit. Someone did not want the divorce. Or someone may say, I don't want this divorce. You know how, I've heard it happen, right? Where someone says, I'm not going to divorce you. And then, what happens? Are you stuck? You know what I mean? All right, so what is Capricorn to do at this point? Well, you've done what you can, and that's find new hope, start all over again, as this is the eclipsing out of final chapter. So 2025, some of you are going through this in 2025 to eclipse out and finalize everything. It's going to take you a while, because it's also going to take you a while to kind of get your ducks in a row as to your finances and or job. So it is going to take you a minute. Look at Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio's reversed. I'm telling you, this person you are canceling out. You already canceled this person out. They're the ones that can't let go. So I'm going to tell you right now, just listen. Capricorn, if a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio comes back to you, and because they're kind of clingy here, someone could be clinging to you and not wanting to let you go. And if that's the case, or if you hear about it, they're manipulating. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is a manipulator. Yep. They're coming back. They're coming back. If this is a new love that you're thinking about, or you just met at the end of 2024, and someone is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, just be real careful, because this person could be coming in looking good, being all I'm all that, younger than you, and it could be they want your financial abundance, your wealth. This is a Leo, Aries, Sag. Who's the Leo, Aries, Sag reversed? They're playing games. They're playing mind games and manipulating. They're trying to keep you stuck. Capricorn, if an ex comes back, they're trying to keep you stuck because they don't want to pay. They want to stay. They're like, you know, they want to latch on. And they could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with a Leo, Aries, Sag in their chart. Just saying. And this may confuse you, but this is meant to confuse you. Why? So that you can move on. Yep. You got to move on. You got to leave. So they're coming back because Spirit wants to know how deep is your faith. How deep is your faith? Some of you, it is a death. I'm sorry. Some of you, it feels like a death because this could have been a very long-term situation. Could have been a heart attack, a father. Wow. Someone could be coming back saying, I'm clean, and they're not. Divorce. So in 2025, I could keep pulling cards, but seriously, look at this. Hold on. Well, I already showed you. Someone is a clinger. Someone's clinging to you in 2024. As you move into 2025, someone may, like, they can't handle it. Some of you, I'm so sorry, but maybe they can't handle it and they have, you know, some of you were trying to, like, you're worried that someone was going to cross over, and they do. Someone was worried. Even they may have told you, Capricorn, someone may not have wanted to tell you, but you kind of knew that someone was getting ready to cross over. And for those who that doesn't apply to, that just means someone's coming back. And they could be giving you a song and a dance. So be mindful, but a lot of you are closing out a lot of things. Wills and testament. Maybe some of you, a father crosses over and you're the child. And they're reading the will and testament. Okay? If it's a loved one, then that's what it is. Right? I mean, a loved one such as a live-in, because the Four of Wands is reversed. So it could be your spouse. I have a feeling that they knew, and the Seven of Swords was that they didn't want to tell you that they weren't going to make it. I feel that someone went to the doctor and had, maybe a while ago, or they have an addiction, and maybe it was, I don't know, alcohol. We have so many cups in the beginning. You know what I mean? All these cups. Someone could have been alcoholic and was told, you know, you got to lighten up or else you're not going to make it. People don't believe in that when they go to the doctor. So, past life relationship, that makes complete sense that you're dealing with this person so that you can forgive. Maybe Spirit is saying, we really need, this is a wedding. Someone was married and went out maybe on a third party, had a third party, but this marriage between two people or living together, between a past life and you, as a soulmate, this person was brought back into your life so that you could sever this finally, you know, and finances and career, which makes complete sense. You're either focusing on your finances, they were too focused on their finances. There could be here, someone met someone who felt really comfortable. So this could be the lover and this could be the Two of Cups, right? Because I see it as completely different. I'm not... Readers have their special cards that, you know, when they've been using them for years, we know how to read our own cards. You know what I mean? So for me, this imposes that someone went out of a marriage because of someone looking really sexy and youthful, quite frankly. I mean, you can see her face and her face. Like this girl, this one is completely different than this one, right? So maybe someone met someone who brought them back to a feeling of, wow, we've lived in another lifetime before, and, you know, became the lover. It happens. Unfortunately, you guys, it's so common that when you get a reading that there's a third party, you're just like, well, what else is new? I also feel the third party for some of you was a workaholic, and maybe they met that person at work. I don't know. There's a connection, or you did. Okay. Mother Earth says, submerged. So I feel like you've gotten very, or you told someone you felt like you're very cold and distant, and you didn't understand why there was so much distance between the two of you. And then, of course, you finally realize, right? Come to realize someone's whole demeanor, which it happens. Someone's demeanor changes completely. And this was meant to be. This just happened with that black full moon. So this could have just happened, right? So you're pissed, or they are. Someone became, well, also someone could have crossed over, and it's over. But the affair is over. The third, I'm telling you, watch Leo, Aries, Sag. I think it was Sag. And then this is Capricorn. This is about your vision quest. It is. You're meant to either witness or be a part of a severing of ties that you learned how to be on your own. You've learned how to take care of yourself, being very independent. I'm not saying that you weren't before, but this calls for, sorry, that's Zeus. This calls for you to be extremely independent as a mother, single mom, right? Where where now you're on this vision quest. Now, some of you are traveling to Arizona in order to get help with the next steps in 2025. I just heard that. And a lot of the indigenous ones do come, well, they're all over, but Arizona is the place where we have the vortex as well. So you could be definitely visiting for vortex and to enhance maybe your spirituality, your, going back to school for metaphysics, whatever, or any school, or maybe meditation or something that will get you out of this. Like, I feel like you've been submerged really in a very isolated, you've isolated yourself a lot because of what you've dealt with and what you had to deal with to make you that Empress. Got it? All right. I love you guys. This is truly a very deep reading, and it is very, it's very to the point. So it may not apply to every Capricorn who is seeing this, but you could be witnessing it, or you are totally involved in this. Psalm 97:11 is your Bible verse. Light shines on the righteous and joy on the upright in heart. So your heart is, Spirit wants your heart to be joyful again and to get out of this isolation of your heart that you have, unfortunately, and we can't help. I mean, especially when we're looking at a divorce and or third parties, and or even if the third party was work related and then someone else came in the picture. The point is what the moral of the story is. The moral of this story is that you maintained, you've maintained, and you will survive without question. All right. I love you guys. Truly, hang in there, and I'm here for you. Take care.